Hello and welcome out there in Facebook land and in YouTube land and probably Instagram land as well. We're spreading it about all over the place. Well, I hope everybody's been okay, and this week I'm gonna do some sitting down playing. I've decided to come down a notch and sit on my backside. I've been working all day, working hard, so the legs are giving in. Sign of the age. So last week I did a Ralph McTell song called Streets of London, and I murdered it by making a few wrong moves, wrong chords. So it's been crawling at me all week, so I thought I've got to do it again and nail it. So here it is, Streets of London. Have you seen the old man in the closed down market? He's picking up those papers in his worn out shoes. In his eyes you see no pride, his hand loosely by his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. And how can you tell me that you're lonely? You say to me that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl that walks the streets of London? There's dirt in her hair and her clothes are all in rags. She's no time for talking, 'cause she just keeps right on walking. She's carrying her clothes into carrier bags. How can you tell me that you're lonely? Say to me that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, some old chap is sitting there all on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each day lasts an hour, then he wanders home alone. And how can you tell me that you're lonely? Say to me that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the Seaman's Mission? His memory's fading with those metal ribbons that he wears. In this windy city, the rain has little pity for one more forgotten hero in a world that does not care. How can you tell me that you're lonely? Say to me that the sun don't shine. Well, let me take you by the hand and I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Streets of London. Fantastic song, that. So, as you get older, your bones start to ache. I'm sitting here twitching and jumping here. I don't know. This getting old lark's just no good at all. It gets me blue. I get so blue about you, sweet honey, 'cause your loving is so soft and so warm. I get them blues deep down in my heart, sweet baby, 'cause your loving is so far away from my home. Well, listen, baby, I said listen to me. Your loving is the best I've ever seen, and I get those blues deep down in my heart, sweet baby, 'cause your loving is so soft and so warm. Now listen, sweet baby, I said listen to me. I believe your loving is the best I've ever seen, and I get those blues deep down in my heart, sweet baby, 'cause your loving is so far away from my home. I get those blues deep down in my heart, sweet baby, 'cause your loving is so far away from my home. I get the blues. So, I get a whistle wetter. So, we're now getting charged vast amounts of money for gas and electric. Seems to be the topic of the day. And the inflation's going through the roof, the interest rate's going up. So that should just about scupper any chances of most people getting by with the daily lives, money-wise. And so I'm going to sing my song again. This is the song all about everything going up but my pay. Everything goes up but my pay. I said everything goes up but my pay. You know the rent man knocks upon my door, but I don't live there anymore. Everything goes up but my pay. You know the gasoline price is too high. I said the gasoline price is too high. You know that old car of mine won't cruise if I can't fill it up with juice. The gasoline price is too high. I had me a wife and 2 young kids, but she done put me down. She said I ain't no good when payday comes around. This old world is a lonesome place when you ain't got no dough. Nobody wants to know you when you got nowhere to go. Everything goes up but my pay. I said everything goes up but my pay. You know the rent man knocks upon my door, but I don't live there anymore. Everything goes up but my pay. everybody's feeling the pinch. I said everybody's feeling the pinch. You know, rich folks driving fancy cars, drinking champagne with a caviar. Everybody's feeling the pinch. Well, I had a wife and 2 young kids, but she done put me down. She said I ain't no good when the payday comes around. And this old world is a lonesome place when you ain't got no dough. Nobody wants to know you when you got nowhere to go. Everything goes up but my pay. I said everything goes up but my pay. You know the ramp man knocks upon my door, but I don't live there anymore. Everything goes up my pay. I said everything goes up but my pay. Everything goes up but my pay. There you go, topical. I wonder if this time next year we're going to be looking back and saying, "Oh, that was fun." I don't think so. Let's pick this one. This is a very, very old song, and it's actually a real blues standard. It's an old jazzy sort of blues standard, and it's topical for the day. It's called Nobody Wants to Know You When You're Down and Out. Once I lived the life of a millionaire. Spent all of my money, you know that I did not care. Took all of my friends out for a really good time. We drank the bootleg whiskey and you know we drank that champagne wine. Then I began to feel low, so low. I ain't got no money and I ain't got nowhere to go. If I could get my hands on $1 again, I think I'd squeeze that old dollar till that eagle would grin. Because nobody wants to know you anymore when you are down and you're out. In my pocket, not one lousy dime. As for all of my good friends, you know they just pass me by. But now I'm getting back up on my feet again. Suddenly everybody wants to be my new best friend. I'll tell you this without one shred of a doubt. Nobody wants to know you when you're down and out. I said, nah, nobody wants to know you anymore when you're down and out, out. down and you are out. In your pocket, not one lousy dime. As for all of your good friends, you know they pass you by. But now I'm getting back up on my feet again. Suddenly everybody just wants to be my new best friend. I'll tell you this with shred of a doubt. I said nobody wants to know you. Nobody wants to know you anymore. I said nobody wants to know you when you are down and you are out. A classic song there, with a few alternate chords put in by yours truly, not necessarily intentionally. Right, okay. So, this is a modern song by my usual standards, because most of the songs that I play are from the 50s, the 1850s. But this one was made famous by Vince Clarke and Alison Moyet when they were Yazoo. And it's a fantastic song. I love singing this. So, I think it's 1980s, probably, something like that. Looking from a window above, it's like the story of love. Can you hear me? Came back only yesterday, it's getting farther away. Want you near me? All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. Sometimes when I think of her name, and it's only a game, and I need you, listen to the words that you say, it's getting harder to stay. When I see you, all I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. It was done by the Flying Pickets too. La da la da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da la da 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 da, la da 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 da. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, you. This is gonna take a long time, and I wonder what's mine. I can't take no more. I wonder if you'll understand. It's just a touch of your hand behind closed doors. All I needed was the love you another day, and all I ever knew, only you, only you, only you. Only you. I think it's about time to plug my CD that I am selling, if I can just manage to wangle it out of the box. This is my CD. It's called Songs on the Back Foot, and it's got 10 tracks on it, and they're all my own compositions, and I even did the artwork myself. And this is a 10-track CD that can be posted free of charge to you anywhere in the UK, or in actual fact, if you was overseas, I would still post it for 7 of your English pounds. And to order it, you can just message me, private message me, direct message me, whatever you call Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and just tell me what your address is, and I'll send you a link to pay for it. And you can pay through PayPal, and they take credit cards and God knows what. And if I post you this, I will also put in this, which is a CD-ROM DVD of me doing 5 tracks at the LMRCA in Altrincham in Cheshire. So that's free of charge. So all you got to do is to message me like the other guys did, and thank you very much for those that have actually messaged me and bought a CD. It helps to pay for all the gear and to keep the upkeep of everything going, because nothing comes for free, everything costs something, and so it helps, it really does. So thank you very much for those that have bought the CD. And now I'm going to do a song by one of my favourite singer-songwriters who sadly passed away from COVID in 2020. It was 2020. And his name is John Prine. And if you haven't heard of John Prine, then YouTube him and get stuck into some of his songs. He was a fantastic, prolific writer. He was one of them acoustic singer-songwriters that just kept going forward through the annals of music and was highly rated by everybody. But he never got to hit the big time, so to speak, back when there was a big time. There isn't a big time anymore. It doesn't exist. Because now this all goes out for free in the ether, and Spotify doesn't pay you now, neither do any of the others. So there is no big time. But John Prine is well worth digging into. So this one is called The Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. You come home late, but you come home early. You come home big when you're feeling small. You come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Well, I got a heart that burns with a fever. I got a worried and a jealous mind. How can a love that'll last forever get left so far behind? So what in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. It's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow. It's crossed the evil line today. How can you ask me about tomorrow when we ain't got a word to say? So what in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running to be on the run. So what in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. John Prine's Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. Okay, we're getting close to the end of it now, so let's have a look and see what I can... I'll tell you what I'll do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a song I've not done for ages. And it's called Sitting on Top of the World. Forgotten the bleeding first line. Let's run through it and it should come to me. I was going too fast, that's what it was. Was in the spring, one summer day. My baby left me, you know she went away. But now she's gone and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. She called me up from down in old El Paso. Said, Daddy, can I come back because I miss you so? But now she's gone and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. If you don't like my peaches, don't you shake my tree. Get off the orchard and leave my peaches be. Well, now she's gone and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Don't you come running now, holding out your hand. I'll get me a woman just like you got a man. Well, now she's gone and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Don't you shake my peaches, don't you shake my tree. Get off the orchard, baby, leave my peaches be. Well, now she's gone and I don't worry, I'm sitting on top of the world. Fantastic song there, Sitting on Top of the World. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, every Thursday at 8 o'clock, I'm here. And if you'd like to support me, me little channel, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/GJ Armstrong. You can buy my CD, and you can also, if you could please check out my YouTube channel, which is GJ Armstrong, just simply GJ Armstrong. And if you could subscribe, that would be absolutely brilliant. Because, excuse me, I've not got many subscribers on at the moment, and I'm trying to build it up. So the best way is for you people to go on, and all of my live streams, I actually load them up a day after. And I put other stuff up there all the time, so I'm always putting songs up and gigs up and that kind of thing. But yeah, so there we go. So until next week, I'm going to ask you to be there or you'll be square. So until then, see you later and take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Goodbye.